Hey, what's up, peeps? Welcome to the show. It's gonna be a good day today. Hope you're living it, hope you're believing it. Welcome in. It is Dr. Living Good. I hope it's been an incredible week for you. It's gonna be a great weekend for you. I can feel it, and I wanna continue a little bit of momentum on last week's Slimming Superfoods Masterclass. So much fun digging deep into foods that fill you up, that you have access to, that you can really dig into and make a difference in the waistline. And it's prompted me down this path of just trimming up like less body fat. I'm liking keeping my muscle right now, so I'm not like aggressively fasting necessarily, even though you still can maintain quite a bit there, but being full, eating plenty of food, never feeling like I'm starving, and trimming down the body fat. But then it's got me all the way down this road of like, if I needed to lose 30 pounds fast, what would I do? And I want to cover that today. So good morning to you. Welcome in. Give us a good morning. And excited to dive into this. We're going to start a training here in just a moment. Just some key things that I think we miss that I maybe don't give enough light to really, like, if you really wanted to trim up, maybe from just now till midsummer, kind of just in that full stream by 4th of July, you could really make a big impact. These are the main things that I would do to add in. And so I thought it was a good sort of extension of what we started last week with the Slimming Superfoods Express Masterclass. And I hope you got a chance to watch those replays and dig into that info. Very powerful. And then to continue into this week and build that momentum. So without further ado, I wanted to dive into this. I want to go to training mode, jump into it, and deliver the things that I would focus on if I was making that, and kind of give you a little mini training right here on slimming the waistline, 30 pounds down. If I needed to do that, what would I do? Let's go straight to it, diving in. Hope your challenge started well, Crew 68. Give me a 68 in the comments if that's you. And yeah, let's have a good morning together, straight to it. Let's go. I'm going to hit training mode. Here we go. So let's start with habit 1. This one's first because it can literally make or break your fat burning momentum for the whole day. What you eat in the morning either helps you burn fat all day or triggers cravings, blood sugar crashes, and fat storage. And the difference comes down to one word: protein. In fact, one study showed that just by increasing protein from 15% to 30% of their diet, people naturally ate 441 fewer calories per day. They lost nearly 11 pounds of body fat in 12 weeks, and they weren't even trying to cut calories. They were just less hungry. Why? Because the way protein works, it keeps blood sugar steady. It lowers your insulin, your fat storage hormone, and it keeps you full. So you're satisfied and you're not snacking all day long. It also is the key to stopping late night eating before it even starts. So it sets your metabolism up to burn fat instead of storing it. In fact, the studies also show that a protein-rich breakfast can lower your ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, by up to 25%. Who needs an injection when we've got that? It means fewer cravings, less snacking later in the day. You set yourself up early in the day. You front load protein, you balance your hormones, and you stay in control. Your body feels less fed. Your body feels fed and nourished, and it stops begging for. Your body feels fed and nourished, and it stops begging for junk. So what's the goal? How much protein? So what's the goal? How much protein should you aim for? Men, 30 to 40-ish grams in the morning. Women, 20 to 30 grams. Here's some easy breakfast ideas, and you might not even have to eat to actually get this in. For you intermittent fasting peeps that skip a breakfast and maybe just do, I do it quite a bit, some dirty fasting, okay? Not just water in the morning, having protein coffee where you're adding collagen to coffee. You could throw in a little healthy fat, some butter, and maybe a little coconut oil, and you blend that It is a delicious latte. I'll put the recipe in the link where you can see exactly how to make this. It's a protein bomb in your coffee. Protein coffee. You could still skip a meal, stay real tight. If you like to fast and not have a meal in the morning and make it quick, this is an easy one to add in. Now, what I've been doing a little bit more recently is I've just been mixing collagen protein in with cocoa powder and have chocolate milk basically in the morning. I just do it with water. It tastes good enough. You could do it with a milk if you wanted to. Another way to easily get some protein in a liquid form. Now, I also will regularly do eggs. 2 to 4 eggs will do. Nice dose of protein, good choline to help support your liver. You can even add a side of avocado for some healthy fats and some extra fat metabolism boosting. You could also make a protein shake. As I said before, just mixing chocolate collagen with cacao, lots of extra antioxidants. That's easy in water. You could blend that up. I'll put a link for that video below on the amazing benefits of cacao and why I think you should get it into your diet as a superfood. But you can make a protein shake out of that. Add some nut butter to it. Add some blueberries to it. Add some seeds like chia seeds to help your digestive tract. Consuming more fiber. It's gonna flush foods through you, but it's gonna be nutrient dense. So protein shake might be the way to go. You could go with some breakfast meat, some turkey sausage, some bacon, some turkey bacon. You can even add some sauteed greens on the side for some extra fiber. The more fiber you're getting, the more full you're getting, and it's gonna move that food through your digestive tract. Just make sure that your first meal includes protein, not just fruit, not just muffins and cereals and toasts and carbohydrates. Protein early means fewer cravings later in the day, more muscle, faster metabolism. What if I'm plant-based or dairy-free? This still works. You still have plenty of options, but you want to be careful of quality. Collagen powder is dairy-free. That's why I like it. Bone broth protein, dairy-free. You could use hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds inside those smoothies to get some extra protein. You could use a clean plant-based protein powder. Just be leery, make sure there's no extra additive ingredients, especially artificial sweeteners. Nut-based smoothies, adding in extra nuts or cashew butter or almond butter, great way to get good taste in a smoothie with some protein. You can have beans with your eggs. Now, if you're vegan, obviously it's out, but if you're vegetarian and still enjoying eggs, you can add in extra fiber with beans anywhere. Just be careful with plant-based meats. It's extremely hard to get one that does not contain linoleic acid or other artificial ingredients that are toxifying your liver and slowing down weight loss. Again, if you're an intermittent faster, do focus more on a liquid with protein in it. You won't be spiking your insulin levels. You can add a little fat with that. As I said, that recipe is below. And when you do stop fasting, make sure your first meal is loaded with hearty protein, quality protein, not like a carb-heavy snack or a fruit juice that would be high in fructose. Okay, for the next habit, let me say something up front. Carbs are not the enemy, but eating them the wrong way, at the wrong time, or in the wrong form, that's a fast track to cravings, fat storage, and hormone imbalances, especially if you're over the age of 40. That's why we don't just cut carbs, we cycle them. Here's how it works. Some days, go for lower carb to reset your hormones, to burn some fat, or go a week or two doing that. But then on other days, bring in clean carbohydrates to fuel your movement, your recovery, but never eat carbs just out of habit. Use them with intention and don't completely deprive yourself. So on lower activity days or on reset or rest days, go low carb. But on a workout or heavy activity day, you can add in some fiber-rich, slow digesting carbs. Now, the best ones to get more of on these days, lentils, beans, love them, full of so many nutrients. You could even add a little quinoa in or some wild rice. Could venture all the way to a sweet potato if you wanted to. And then lots of veggies at any time. Those are complex carbs, each of them with lots of fiber that allow your body to take in carbohydrates, satisfy some of those cravings for carbs, and allow your body enough time to process it and move through the system without spiking fat storage mode. avoiding bread, pasta, cereal, crackers, anything with processed or anything that's processed or sugar loaded. If it doesn't come with fiber, then don't eat it. We want high amounts of fiber if we're going to have higher amounts of carbohydrates. That's the key. And why this works is because it lowers your insulin levels. The fiber counteracts the spike in the sugar. If you're only eating the sugar, you're asking to be put into a weight loss plateau. So this type of carbohydrate prevents that weight loss plateau because your body isn't stuck in one routine. It protects your hormone levels, like leptin and your thyroid, which drop when you're on really low carbohydrate diets for a really long time, like keto. It also trains your metabolism to switch between carbs and fat efficiently, so you can burn these fuels up even if you ingest them. This is how athletes fuel their performance without burning out. And it's how you fuel fat loss without resorting to an extreme diet. Now, I want to be very clear. This only works when you focus on quality carbs. Higher carb days, choose carbo-rich. On the higher activity days, you're choosing higher carbohydrates. Choose fiber-rich, unprocessed carbs. They should digest slowly and keep blood sugars stable. So carb day isn't a license for lots of pizza and cookies. Remember, we're losing 30 pounds quickly. Think beans, think lentils, think roasted rooted vegetables, think sprouted grains. In other words, think fiber, not flour. I'll talk more about fiber in just a moment. Habit 3, move more, burn more. Now that you've got your meals working for you, let's talk about your movement. If your meals are on track, but you're still sitting most of the day, sitting is the new smoking. Your body's working against you. It's so important to make a point to move your body every single day. Every time you do, it lowers insulin, the hormone that stores fat. It clears toxins through sweat, breathing, your lymphatic system. It improves circulation. It reduces your stress hormones like cortisol, which actually stores fat. And one of the best types of movements you can add, walking, especially after meals. If you have a big dinner at night, move. Studies show that just a 10 to 15 minute walk after a meal can lower your blood sugar by 22 to 23%. Lower insulin by 25% compared to sitting on the couch. That means less fat stored and more fat burned. And it's not just about walking. You can burn fat just by moving throughout the day. How? Neat. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That's the calories you burn from daily motion, not workouts. Things like cleaning, pacing, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, stretching, even fidgeting, the old leg shake like Dr. Livingood. One study showed that fidgeting alone increased energy uses by 20 to 40% above resting levels. That's real fat burning without much additional effort. So here's how to start including more motion into your day. You got a phone call? Go for a walk, go for a pace, move when you're on that phone. Anytime you're on it, you're moving. Pace the hallway, do a lap around the house every hour. Set a timer, gotta move, gotta go walk downstairs around the house. Take a walk with a loved one or a friend each day. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Stretch during TV commercials or ads. Go for a walk while you're on a work meeting. Get a walking treadmill to do while you're on a work meeting. Do body weight squats while waiting for a meal to cook. Hit some squats in the kitchen. Do some calf raises while you're brushing your teeth. Get creative. Once movement becomes part of your rhythm, fat loss becomes a byproduct rather than a battle. This doesn't have to be hard. Now, number 4, if you've been eating better and walking and moving more, but the fat still won't come off, this is your next move. Because at some point, your body needs more than just movement. It needs a stronger signal to build muscle and burn fat. And the best way to do this is by combining strength training with short bursts of intensity. Now, this is not an hour-long workout. This is not cardio machines or counting reps, just smart, efficient movement that gets results. Now, here's how I recommend doing it. Pick 3 body movement exercises: squats, lunges, push-ups, planks. Do them in a circuit with minimal rests. Now, 2 ways to do this. One, you could do 50 seconds on, take a 10-second break, go to the next exercise. 50 seconds on, 10-second break, go to the next exercise. 50 on, take a 30-second break. And then repeat that for 2 more rounds, and you've got a 9-minute and 50-second workout. Or another way to do it was to pick 3 exercises and then just go 50 seconds on, 10-second break, 50 seconds on, 10-second break, 50 second on, 10-second break, and keep going as many reps as you can do in 8 to 10 minutes. You're done with the whole workout. You could do it right in your living room. You don't need any equipment, although you can easily add some dumbbells for the squats or for some curls or for some presses to build and strengthen and add a little bit more muscle. It works because it sends 2 strong signals: build muscle, burn fat. That's what the body's hearing. You've got to challenge those muscles. Build muscle, burn fat. That's what I'm being asked to do. Strength training builds lean muscle. It raises the metabolism. And the intensity that circuit's going to bring spikes growth hormone, which pulls fat from storage to build. In fact, one study found that high intensity increases growth hormone by over 150%. And this kind of training also creates an afterburn effect, which means when you get done, you might feel a little nauseous. You might feel out of breath. You got to breathe hard to burn fat. Your body is going to keep burning fat for up to 24 hours after you stop high intensity exercise. Short on time, can't get to the gym, don't got any equipment, no problem. One study found that people doing this for 78 minutes a week got the same fat loss and blood sugar results as those doing 210 minutes of medium intensity traditional cardio exercise. Same benefits, a third of the time. And the belly fat results? In a 6-month trial, this training, this type of high intensity exercise, reduced abdominal fat 10 to 15%. That's real visible change. Faster and safer than most programs. Now, who's it for? Not just for fit people. If you're over the age of 50, just getting started, or your joints need support, this still works. In our workouts, I'll leave an example below. We have a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3. You can start slowly at a level 1, and we've got variations for you. Even if you need to hold on to a chair or hold on to the wall, you can be doing this multiple days a week and start building up from there. Because once you start combining strength with intensity, you're not just exercising. You're changing how your body functions. You're turning it into a fat-burning machine. You're protecting your muscle. You're setting up your metabolism to respond better to everything else that you do, especially burning up the meals that you eat. If you are over the age of 50, I also will put a link below to the top exercises to never do to make sure you don't compromise your progress by getting injured. Be sure to watch that one. Habit 5. By now, you learn how to start your day right, how to move more, how to control carbs, how to wake up your metabolism. Now it's time to lock in your progress with how you build your meals. Because when your meals are built the right way, they stop working against you and they start working for you. Now here's the rule. Every meal should include protein, healthy fat, and fiber. Protein, fat, and fiber, instead of the old model of protein, fat, and carbs. That combo keeps blood sugar steady. It controls hunger, keeps your body in fat burning mode. So let's break it down. That combo keeps blood sugar steady, controls hunger, and keeps your body in fat burning mode. So let's break it down. Protein keeps you full, slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, protects the building of that new muscular body that you are working on. Fuels your metabolism. Without enough protein, your body burns muscle instead of fat, and your metabolism stalls. So we want to have enough of that fuel in a clean form. Here's another study insight for you. People who drank a high protein shake at some point in their day ate significantly less later on in the day without being told to. Protein tells your brain, we're good. We've got what we need. Now, here's my favorite protein sources. Eggs, especially pasture raised. We want quality protein. This is the key, not just any sorts of protein. There's so many gurus out there just adding a bunch of junk protein to their body. We want clean, real sources. Wild caught fish, grass-fed beef, pasture raised poultry, bone broth, collagen powders, not with any sort of artificial additive, sucralose, ACE-K, any kind of those. We want clean grass-fed collagen, hemp seeds, chia seeds, nuts, and beans. These are the sources of good, clean protein. Next, healthy fats. These help to regulate your hormones, they keep you full longer, and they reduce inflammation. Now, unlike carbs, fats don't spike insulin, so they support fat burning. Now, some study insight on this is adding a half an avocado to lunch increased satiety, satisfaction, by 23% for up to 5 hours. That's fewer cravings, more fat burning in between meals. Now, my favorite sources of healthy fats, avocados, drizzling some olive oil on a salad or a dish. You'd be surprised at what you can put that on. Coconut oil could be added to your coffee or to your smoothie. Ghee or butter can be cooked with or added to your coffee or your smoothie. Raw nuts, raw seeds, and fatty fishes. And number 3, in our third food group, fiber. Not just carbs, fiber. Fiber slows digestion. It keeps blood sugar flat. It lowers insulin. It feeds good gut bacteria and supports good gut health. And it keeps detox pathways open. Some study insight on this is high fiber eaters had better blood sugar control and a 15% lower risk of early death. This isn't just for digestion and fat loss. It literally extends your life. But somehow we've gotten so focused on carbs, we need to focus on fiber. Here's my favorite fiber sources. Leafy green vegetables, sauteed, baked, raw. Add a handful into a smoothie, you don't even know it. Have them as a side, pick those at the restaurant. There's plenty to enjoy. Cruciferous vegetables are the same. Brussels sprouts and broccoli, so many nutrients involved with those. Berries, especially raspberries and blueberries, very liver friendly, very sugar friendly. Beans, lentils, full of magnesium and other nutrients that your body craves. Chia seeds, flax seeds, easily can be added into salads or into smoothies or made into delicious desserts. Quinoa, wild rice. If you can tolerate these are great carb-friendly fillers that can really suffice those cravings. Now, why all 3 together? Because they work as a team. You need all 3 for maximum fat burning. Eat protein and the fibers. If you eat protein and the fibers, but you skip the fat, if you eat protein and you eat fibers, but you skip the fat, your blood sugar can still spike. If you eat fat without the fiber or the protein, you might feel full, but your body won't burn fat efficiently. Eat fiber without the protein, and you're not feeding your muscles, which is your metabolism. So try to include all 3 in each meal. Now, here's something a lot of people miss. The order you eat the food matters too. One study showed that eating the protein first actually helped to lower blood sugar by up to 45% and insulin up to 50%. That simple switch helps your body use food for energy and not store it as fat. So make sure and focus on clean, quality protein, fats, and fibers. Include them as many meals as you can and be mindful about the order that you eat them. Habit 6. So we focused on what you're eating. Now it's time to talk about when you eat. Because if you're eating all day long, your body never gets a real chance to burn up that fuel and burn up fat. Most people eat from waking up to bedtime. There's coffee and there's creams and there's Starbucks runs and donuts in the morning at 6 a.m. and God knows for breakfast and muffins and toast. And then we have a snack at 10 o'clock and then we have lunch at noon. And then we have another snack at 3 o'clock and an energy drink. And then we have dinner at 6. And then we've got to do a dessert or a late night snack while we're watching TV at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night. Here's the problem. Every time you eat, you spike insulin. And when insulin is high, fat burning mode is shut off. So what's the fix? Creating an intentional rhythm to your meals. That means spacing them out, cutting the snacks, and giving your body time to reset, lower the insulin, digest the nutrients, use the nutrients, and burn fat. That's the real reason this works, and the science backs it up. In a 12-week study, people who shortened their eating window to 10 hours a day lost over 7 pounds. dropping nearly 2 inches off their waist, 3% of their total body fat. And they didn't change what they ate, just when they ate. A concept I coined called rotational eating also increases growth hormone by over 1,200%, shows one study. That hormone tells your body to burn fat and protect muscle. You need growth hormone, men and women. It's your body's way of saying, no food, no problem, I'll start pulling from fat stores. It also activates your body's internal cleanup crew called autophagy. And this is what cleans up damaged cells, old proteins, and toxins that are oftentimes stored in fat. That's critical when it comes to fat loss because as fat cells shrink, they release toxins and junk into your bloodstream. If your body can't process that junk, your weight comes right back on. So also note that it's not just about how long you eat, it's about how late you eat. One study found that eating the same dinner at 10 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. led to higher blood sugar and significantly less burned fat overnight. Same food, different timing. One gets stored, the other gets used. So how do you space your meals apart? You don't have to do a fast for 20 hours. There is some benefit for the rotational eating of skipping some meals, but if you want to keep well-fed, not starving yourself, you just need to give your body regular breaks. So here's what I would start with to feel full all the time and properly time this rhythm. Stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed. This is the number one thing to do. Allow your body enough time to process that last meal of the day. Eat 3 balanced meals a day. No snacking in between. Just a breakfast, some protein, maybe a little bit of fat, maybe a little bit of fiber, solid lunch, solid dinner, stop. And then aim for 12 to 14 hours overnight of no eating. This is rotational eating. This is a little bit of a fast from 6 p.m. when you had dinner and you didn't eat the next morning until 7. You just got yourself 13 hours of not eating. If you get a little stuck, cycle in breakfast as a liquid only. Just protein coffee or fat only. Just having a little bit of coffee with a little bit of butter and coconut oil with collagen, protein powder, blended together. That protein coffee kind of replaces the meal and extends your food fasting till lunchtime. That'll help break a plateau. Ideally, you space your meals 4 to 6 hours apart. You got a breakfast at 8 a.m., you got a lunch at 12, you don't have dinner till 6. If you're hungry between meals, drink water, drink lemon water, have some coffee. Your body's thirsty, not hungry. So this is the habit that ties everything else together because if your meals are built right, but you're constantly grazing and constantly eating, your insulin stays high, your fat burning never kicks in and never starts. But when you build in space, your metabolism picks up, your hormones level out, and fat burning becomes something that your body does naturally. So now you've got the habits, you've got the rhythm. You're no longer guessing what to eat, when to eat, or how to move. Now there's one more piece most people miss, and it's a big one. It's your liver. If your liver is still under attack, your fat burning will stall, no matter what else you're doing right. There are 7 common foods most people eat on a regular basis that put pressure on their liver, spike inflammation, and make weight loss way harder than it has to be. And the worst part is some of these are even marketed as healthy. So if you want to keep your progress going and avoid sabotaging everything that you just started, then watch this next video. It walks you through the 7 foods that ruin your liver and block fat loss, and how to avoid them starting today. I'll include that link right here. Click to watch it now, and I'll see you over there. All right. There it is. All right, peeps. So those are the key steps and things to focus on. The protein, the fiber, super important things. Walk more. I covered some of those last week and this was an extension onto what I was summarizing here, right? Because you can incorporate a lot of the slimming superfoods into that protein breakfast, getting grass-fed collagen, which comes with glucomannan, more full, your DLG protein coffee, right? Putting that protein in, starting the day. You're going to be craving less at lunchtime. Eggs, another incredible source, plus it's got choline to help the liver. You can have that fiber focus, not carbs, not sugars, right? Seeds, nuts, beans, especially black beans, prebiotics, the glucomannan is a good example. Leafy greens, broccoli, cucumbers, really helping with if you're feeling like that bloat going on, walking more like we talked about. Support that liver. You've got to have the liver functioning to get the fat out. It is the fastest growing condition and disease in the world. Fat gain through the liver. So we want weight loss through liver health. So supporting that is super important. But there's one big thing, and I talked about it last time that I didn't touch on right here that I wanted to circle back, is that a lot of people struggle or they get halted because something else gets in the way, right? It's like one big problem remains, and that's the stress levels that kill the weight loss journey. Because you set these goals and you're trying to keep this long-term goal, and it gets really difficult because you get so stressed. So then you just give in to stress because it's creating hunger and craving something that's comfortable. And that's especially junk foods. You start eating the wrong things and the weight goes the opposite direction. But it also has an impact of suppressing your thyroid, slowing your metabolism. Then your sleep suffers. And then now you're stressed out. You don't have energy, which then you're not working out. You're not moving. You're not doing the things that's going to drive. You're not inspired to go for a walk. So it's this vicious cycle that's driven a lot of times by stress and bad energy. And so we talked about this, if you're part of the Slimming Superfoods training, is that there's this cortisol levels, right, that are supposed to peak in the morning, your stress hormone, which is going to work against your weight loss goals, but it should go down during the day and then kind of just level out at nighttime. But a lot of people have levels, that's the blue normal line, where it's up in the morning a bit and then it crashes down after we eat this sugary breakfast. Then it spikes back up in the afternoon because we're rebounding from that sugary breakfast. We're under a lot of stress. We're under deadlines. We're anxious during the day like a bear is chasing us, except we're sitting at our desk. And that's where we get a lot of cravings and energies dip. And we have these spikes in that craving and insomnia. You can't sleep at night, right? You can't fall asleep. So you're just draining your energies because the stress is so high and your body's not able to deal with the stress. So what do we do? What is the main thing that I've added in to help support this muscle building fat loss that I'm driving for right now? And then this could aid very quickly of how, if I had to lose 10, 20, 30 pounds quickly, what would I do? I would control this cortisol and this adrenal burnout with green energy. Green energy. Moringa is packed with 92 different nutrients, 46 different antioxidants. The significance of that, 46 different antioxidants in one nutrient, helps to level out these stress hormones and the impact that it has on the inflammation in your body and your energy levels. Because you're not grinding gears. This is like lubricant for the gears of stress. Plus, it's a significant source of all these different vitamins, A, B1, B2, B3, B6, B7, C, D, E, K, all of these different minerals, all these different essential amino acids, non-essential amino acids. It said helps support 300 different conditions. It has almost all the vitamin minerals found in fruits and vegetables, and in a lot of cases, even more. In fact, it has 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 10 times more vitamin A than carrots, 17 times more calcium than milk, 9 times more protein than yogurt, 17 times more potassium than a banana, and 25 times more iron than spinach. And here we're eating things like bananas to give us some kind of energy during the day, or potassium, or eating a bunch of yogurt to try to get protein when we could literally simply be having the miracle tree. And this is one of the main new nutrients I've added into my regimen. There is well-documented, very solid research showing the novel benefits of what moringa provides. Check out this study. Novel insights on anti-obesity potential of the miracle tree Moringa oleifera, a systemic review. Here's the highlights that I wanted you to see. It's proven in the research it can decrease body weight and improve lipid profiles. It is proven in the research that it helps to regulate and down-regulate the building of fat tissue, the breaking down of fat tissue. It improves glucose intolerance and insulin signaling, aka insulin resistance, and it regulates feeling full, including ghrelin, which tells your body to eat, and leptin, which is promoting your fat burning. This is nature's GLP-1, nature's Ozempic, if you will, right? This is that impact that it can have on the body just from that solid research. So we got the opportunity to introduce to you last week for the very first time the Living Good Daily Moringa. And there it is in its beautiful new containers, 1,000 milligrams of moringa, supporting clean energy, supporting satiety, supporting a good night's sleep, and healthy hair, skin, and nails. And a lot of times in weight loss, and we're just doing whatever we can to lose the weight, we are stressing out our system, and our hair, skin, and nails takes a hit. Well, you're going to top up nutrients, top off antioxidants while you're continuing a weight loss journey, or if you just need clean energy during the day. Now, the super cool part about this is it's supporting so many different highlights with it. When you go to look for moringa and you look at like an Amazon or something like that, it'll say there's all kinds of just deceptive marketing and stuff that just honestly made me mad. They have more than one ingredient added. Like, this is just moringa. There's nothing else. There's a capsule of moringa. That's it. Other ones have other things added in there. Or they're lower doses than 1,000 milligrams. Or they lie about the milligrams because they deceive it. So they say, contains 11,000 milligrams. And then in small print right next to it says, equivalent if extracted. That means, well, no kidding. What that means is, if I had 11,000 milligrams of moringa leaves and then went through the extraction process to put it into a powdered form, which now equates to whatever, a couple hundred milligrams, they're saying that's equivalent to 11,000, which makes this one that I made, it's 1,000 milligrams of moringa extract, which would be like thousands and thousands and thousands of actual leaves of moringa. But I'm not putting that on the bottle because I'm just telling you how much extract's in there, not how many leaves it would have been. There's no other places that we do this. Like, if you had a strawberry powder, you wouldn't be like, well, it's actually equivalent to 200 strawberries. You're eating 200 So that was they do some deceptive things there. The number one selling one is just kind of went viral on TikTok, but it's only 800 milligrams. It has another filler in it, by the way, as well. And there's no, I don't know where it comes from. Or I'm not questioning the credibility there, but it's just this is better priced, higher dosage, and I'm just super proud of it. And so I've added this in, and clean green energy supporting as my number one slimming superfood, also because of its impact on your stress levels, and then helping you maintain those nutrient levels. If you're getting saggy skin, hair starts to, the nails, supporting all of that while you're going through this journey to get the weight off, incorporating in the slimming superfoods from last week, incorporating in my main habits that I would do if I needed to lose weight, and then adding, this is the perfect one thing I would add in to that to level this out. So the Living Good Daily Moringa, organic, 1,000 milligrams, supporting energy, supporting satiety, the good night's sleep, the hair, skin, nails, it is now out. You can grab it today. You can actually get this at 20% off when you subscribe. So 20% off for a subscription. After that, it's 15% off ongoing, so you can save. That is right there. Coaches will post that up, that link straight to the Moringa. And store-wide today, it is BOGO. First time we've done this. You can buy one of anything and get the second for 25% off. You could get 2 individual moringas and get one, and the second 25% off. You could get omega turmeric and a collagen, and you would pay for the collagen, and you get 25% off of the omega turmeric. You can combine any way you want, and any 2 combinations, even if it's a bundle and then the other. So you get 25% off of whatever one is the lower cost on that, to be clear. Anything over $99 is free shipping for you as well, and you've got the Moringa. So 20% off on the subscription to the Moringa. Store-wide BOGO. Buy one, get one, 25% off today. Only with this training, this extension. I'm coming back again next Friday to kind of it's a 3-part series, the Slimming Superfoods. And so that is incredible training. Coaches are going to post that link up for you. If you missed it, here's your olive branch. You can watch that training. 13 foods that are the worst for filling you up, that are putting you into fat storage mode. And then the 13 superfoods that unlock that fat burning, lower the the fat storage, speed up the fat burning, and then make you feel more full. That's what these GLP-1s are doing. And Moringa is the main nutrient ingredient to drive that. But you can get the whole training. You enter your email, you can unlock that page. If you missed it, let's post that up as well. So we've got the whole Slimming Superfoods unlock. You can catch the express replay today, unlocking that for you here. And as part of, what have we just covered as far as getting the weight off fast. Then I'm going to be back next week, and we're going to dig even deeper into this topic, and we're kind of priming you for weight loss before the summer. Get into it, get after it. You can do it quickly, and you can use these tools like the Moringa, or buy any of your favorites today only. BOGO, 25% off. Buy one, get one. And so coaches can answer any questions for that. They're standing by. They will post that link for the replay. You hit that page. You have to enter your email to unlock it. And you've got the 20% off the Moringa. When you subscribe, 20% off. And then store-wide, when you buy one, you get one 25% off store-wide. So pretty cool, kind of fun. BOGO, just for today, as part of this training, as part of this series, launching the new Moringa. It's been wildly popular. I'm so excited to get it into so many of you as far as this nutrient with 92 different vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. There's just nothing like it on the planet. That is the most powerful, most potent for taking 1,000 milligrams at a high dose like that. Now, if you're taking the coffee, you can add this to it still, right? That's still an okay thing to do. And that's what I've been doing, because topping up those antioxidants really helps calm that system down, as we said, okay? And we're getting a lot of other nutrients in the system. Plus, it is an enhancer of GLP-1 to make you feel more full. So you drop it in, my advice, on those key times during the day when you I've got big cravings or my energy's crashing. This is green energy and satiety in a bottle. The brand new bottles, by the way, really like these. Looking good, team living good. So store-wide, you've got BOGO 25, buy one, get one 25% off. 20% off the Moringa. Just repeating this. If you want to get the express replays, we'll open that up. We'll post that link for you as well. Yeah. So just getting you primed for the summer. You've got the superfoods. Now you've got the main key lifestyle factors to focus on. Get that protein in the morning. Get moving a little bit more. The other things that we covered today. I'll be back next Friday for one more part in this series. And it feels like it feels like a church series or something. Who does a series of, I don't know, but there were so many topics on this. I wanted to dig into it. And then we're having an express sale today for you, just for today. So let's share that, pass it around. The Moringa, hope you can get a bottle, get your hands on that. A lot of people have grabbed it already. Excited for you to get it in your regimen. So there it is. I think I got all the details. Coaches are posting those links up for you right now. How to use the Moringa, when to use the Moringa, and or a BOGO, just get your favorites. So, all right, there it is. Love it. Peeps, go make it a great weekend. You might as well. You're never going to get it back. Check out the replays. Check out the 20% off Moringa. Check out the BOGO 25 going on today. All right. I'll see you next Wednesday for the live Ask DLG show. We'll be answering your questions. All right. See you, peeps.